Greetings, everyone. Top of the day to you. May you all be well with everyone. May you all be well with you, your loved ones. And I just say that I wish nothing but the best for everyone, and that throughout these confusion or these confusing times, that you all are still prospering, right? And that all is going well with you guys. Now, with that being said, I say welcome to everyone that will be seeing this stream. With that being said, I say this. We're going to get into some stuff. I'm not going to be here long, probably like 10 minutes, right? And I'm about to hit the screen share with you for you guys in a minute. All right, because this is just a refresher. All right. This is common sense, people. Common sense. Because I keep hearing, oh, the vaccine and yeah, it's law. You have to take the vaccine, and my friend died of COVID. The COVID killed my friend. Hey, whatever floats your boat. This right here is public information. It is put out there for the public, and let me screen share and we'll get into this. We're going to start off with the CDC's website once again. Okay, just show you guys. We are on the CDC website. Symptoms of coronavirus. This is not rocket science, people. This is just that people just don't take the time to do no proper research or have any form of reading comprehension. And they just sit back and let people dictate to them what's going on and what it is. And it's nothing of the sort. Right? But, I'm not here to argue with anyone. I'm just here to drop this information right here and go right back on about my day. Okay? So here we go. Symptoms of the coronavirus. CDC website. What you need to know. Anyone can have mild to severe symptoms. You must know how to read, have proper reading comprehension. You must know how to read documents. You must know how to read information. Okay? When these people are writing, it's not like how you talk regularly every day when you're talking to your friend or your homeboy. No. All right? Sometimes with these things, you need an etymology dictionary. You need a law dictionary. Okay? Because let's watch. What you need to know. Anyone can have mild to severe symptoms. Older adults and people who have severe underlying medical conditions. Pay attention. You see right here where it says older adults, because you've seen that they're trying to push for the vaccine to be passed here in the States, right? We see that they're showing in Europe all these older folks, and if you can see that some of these pictures are even fake. You have one picture where the nurse is injecting the guy with the vaccine, but his sleeve is not even rolled up. It's rolled down. And the needle's not even on his arm. It's behind his arm where you can't even see what's happening. But you can see that his sleeve is still rolled down. And she says she's administering the shot. Where does that happen at? But anyway, older adults and people who have severe underlying medical conditions. This is what they keep saying is killing folks, the underlying conditions. right? And every time they say underlining, they're telling you, oh, this person had asthma, or this person had heart issues, oh, this person had some form of cancer, something. This person had a weak immune system. These are the underlying issues. That means it's not COVID killing these people. These people already had medical issues before this so-called COVID, and that's what's killing them, right? That's what the underlying medical conditions are. Okay, but let's say that's what's killing them. Let's just say that for right now. Like heart or lung disease. You see, you can't make this shit up. What I was just telling you. Older adults and people who have severe underlying medical conditions like heart or lung disease or diabetes seem to be at higher risk for developing more serious complications from COVID-19 illness. Now you got to ask yourself, what is COVID-19? Because it's just called the human coronavirus. And any doctor would tell you that it's called the human coronavirus. Why is it important to always call it the human coronavirus? Because then it has an history. And the history goes back to 1962. And then you'll see that everything that you're watching on the media has been nothing but lies. When you research the history of the human coronavirus. So it's their underlying issues that's killing them. They already had major issues wrong with them already. Okay, heart disease is no joke. Lung disease is no joke. Diabetes is no joke. Okay, what would give a person lung disease? Cancer is a form of lung cancer is a form of lung disease. Huh? What would give them these issues? People who smoke, these nicotine cigarettes that's been filled with rat, put the same components that make rat poison is what they put on your cigarettes. Is what they mix in with the nicotine. Okay, that's what you're buying from these stores every time you go buy Marlboro or whatever other brands that you smoke. So you're destroying your lungs. And what is the coronavirus or COVID-19? What is it? What kind of disease did they say it was? A respiratory disease, a respiratory infection. So smoking affects the lungs and causes lung disease, lung cancer, lesions in the lungs, things that eat away at your lungs. These are the underlying issues. You got some people out there that don't know, that don't even know how to wipe their ass good. They sure don't know how to treat themselves when they have the common cold. And if you don't know how to treat yourself simply for a common cold, what happens? That common cold then turns severe into something else. Period. Anyway, let's keep going. Watch for symptoms. People with COVID-19. And the reason why they stopped calling it the human coronavirus and started calling it COVID-19 is to make you think that it's a new disease, it's something new. That's why they call it novel, because novel means new, but novel also means fake, fictitious. So it could be newly fake. Okay? People with COVID-19 have had a wide range of symptoms reported, ranging from mild symptoms to severe illness. Symptoms may appear 2 to 14 days after exposure of the virus. People with these symptoms may have COVID-19. Now, always look at this number, the 1 and 9. We're not going into the occult, the Masonic, this and that. We're not going into none of that right now. I'm saving all that for the podcast. I'm just giving you the simplest breakdown because for some folks, you have to go real simple with them. Okay? COVID-19. The 19 represents the year 2019. We are in the year 2020. This is the election year. Why did they hold on to this for election year of 2020 when this was 2019. They had a whole year prior to tell you about this when it supposedly started happening. Why did they wait till election year to shut down everything and tell you about mail-in ballots and all these dumb shit? Shut down the businesses, killing the economy. Now the symptoms: fever or chills, cough, shortness of breath, or difficulty breathing. Well, when you smoke cigarettes, it causes shortness of breath and difficulty breathing. That's part of lung disease. Okay? Fatigue also causes fatigue. When you are obese, when you are overweight, when you have not been eating right, it causes fatigue. Okay? Muscle or body aches, that also comes from the flu. Or a person that works extra hard past the limits of their body. A person that works 18 hours a day, 7 days a week. You have people out there that work 7 straight days a week for hours and hours and hours and hours. Right? You got folks that work 2 to 3 jobs and taking on these gruesome work schedules. You start getting muscle or body aches. Okay? Especially if you're a person that's always on your feet and have to be on your feet all day. There's a lot of people out there like that. And stress causes these things too. When you're stressed. So if the economy is being shut down, they're sanctioning all these business. First of all, when you go, I want you guys, when you go into a business and you don't wear a mask, ask them why they're enforcing this mask thing on you when there's no law. Ask them if the police will come and shut them down. They'll tell you yes. And it's not a policies officer's job to shut down a business for not wearing a mask. You understand? That's not their job. That's against the law. Okay? You're in the age of the awakening where you're seeing all the corruption thrown at your face. And you, again, it's up to you to choose to see it or not. Hey, whatever. Anyway, fatigue. Okay, headache. Now, here's where they try to throw you off right here. Because this is where they have to separate it from the flu, from the common cold. This is where they have to majorly separate it. New loss of taste or smell. New. Really? You have allergies that cause this loss of taste or smell. Allergies cause that. Okay? You have, in some incidences, cannabis brings back your taste or smell. In some incidences, something which, what was it? Citrus brings back your loss of taste or smell. They have other things out there, organic things that brings these stuff back. This doesn't necessarily comes from you having COVID, okay? Sore throat comes from the common cold and flu. Congestion of runny nose or runny nose, nausea or vomiting. Pregnant people have nausea and vomiting, right? People who are just generally sick will have nausea and vomiting. These are signs and symptoms that will tell you that you're sick. Some people who even have the common cold gets nauseous and vomits. Okay? Diarrhea. Like, these are symptoms, folks. These are common symptoms. Now, let me show y'all something. Again, with this new. When to seek emergency and medical attention. Look for emergency warning signs for COVID-19. If someone is showing any of these signs, seek emergency medical care immediately. Trouble breathing. You have asthma, you have an asthma attack, that's trouble breathing, which they also, you see, they shortened their list right here. The list has been shortened here. But I'm pretty sure somewhere else on the page they might have the fully extended version, because asthma is also on the list as coronavirus. Okay? And I have the file of over like 2,000 pages breaking down the history of this. And asthma is one of the symptoms of the coronavirus. Asthma. All right. So trouble breathing, persistent pain or pressure in the chest. That also happens when you have the common cold. That also happens, like some of y'all folks that like to jump in the shower, and then as soon as you jump in the shower, you get dressed and you're right outside. You go right outside. You don't relax for like 15 to 30 minutes to give your body time to readjust back and and get back, back in the flow of things. You run right out there, and that affects the body. That causes tightness in the chest, and it makes it hard for you to breathe at times, and it causes the cold, or it can make you have the flu, just like that. Okay. Um, new confusion. There's a new confusion. I didn't know there was a new confusion. I thought if you were confused, you're just confused. But I didn't know there was a new confusion. And you let these people get away with this stuff right in your face. It's a business, people. They have to sell you. It's a business. It's just inability to wake up or stay awake. Well, a lot of people, because again, you're in an environment where you work all year round, every year, every day. Most of y'all, all year round. Your natural sleep cycle is off. So you're going to have days, months where you just can't sleep. You're only sleeping for 2 to 3 hours, sometimes even less. And then when you do shut your eye, you feel like that good sleep is coming on. Half an hour later, you're up. Don't know why you're up. Okay? Then you have people that it's hard for them just to stay awake. Always tired, always fatigued. That's because you're not taking care of yourself. It's the food you eat. All right? And the flu and the common cold also causes that on you. So if you're not eating good and you get the common cold and the flu, right? These things that's supposed to be light symptoms are going to feel 10 times more on your body because you're not eating well. You're not taking care of your kingdom. You're not taking care of your body. Okay? Bluish lips or face. I see a whole bunch of people running talking about, oh, I had COVID. Did you have bluish lips? Your lips was blue, or was it, or in your face? Now, when you see these things happen, that means you have breathing issues, respiratory issues, right? On some different level stuff. Anyway, we're going to get off of that. And we're going to go to the common cold. Hold on. It's another page. Another page, another page, another page. It's another site to go on. Let's restart back the screen share. Wrap this up. So here we go. This is Vicks.com. This is the Vicks site. Cold and flu. Common cold symptoms. Causes treatment and prevention. Let's just go into the symptoms. Damn. Come on. You notice that your throat feels irritated and scratchy. The next thing you know, you can't swallow your food without feeling a burning sensation in your throat. And it hurts. A few hours later, you find yourself running to the bathroom to grab some tissue for your runny nose. These all sound like cold symptoms. Find out what a cold is, its causes, symptoms, treatment like Dayquil and NyQuil. These are treatments, right? And all these do is just put your ass to sleep. And how to prevent spreading if the ones you to the ones you love. What is a cold? Sore throat, stuffy nose, runny nose, sneezing, and coughing. These are all hallmark symptoms of the common cold. Millions of people in the United States, millions of people in the United States get the common cold each year. Adults an average of 2 to 3 colds each year, while kids even more. Although the common cold tends to hit in the winter and spring. Go figure, that's when they introduced to you the coronavirus. This COVID-19 was in the spring. Winter and spring, that's when the numbers was they were skyrocketing. They started skyrocketing. It's possible to contract a cold any time of the year. What causes a cold? Although many different viruses can cause a cold, rhinoviruses are the most cause of the common cold. If you don't know what a rhinovirus is, it's the coronavirus. A rhinovirus is a fraction of the human coronavirus. That is what a rhinovirus is. Okay? A cold virus enters your body through, pay attention, your mouth, eyes, or nose. Usually, when someone who is sick coughs, sneezes, or talks, the virus can spread through droplets in the air. That's just the common cold. So why don't they have you wearing a mask for the common cold? Why weren't they social distancing for the common cold? Why weren't they telling you outdoor dining for the common cold? Why didn't they shut down the lakes, the rivers, the beaches for the common cold? Why? Why did they shut down all these businesses for the common cold? It's the common cold. People with weak immune systems that catches a common cold is always in a life and death situation. They have weak immune systems. It's the common cold. Symptoms of the common cold typically begin 2 to 3 days after being infected, and the symptoms can last anywhere from 2 to 10 days. But the coronavirus is 2 to 14 days. Hey, usually a sore throat is the first symptom to show up, followed by runny nose. If you have the following symptoms, then you may have the common cold: sneezing, nasal congestion, runny nose, sore throat, coughing, postnasal drip, mucus going down your throat, watery eyes, fever. What's the difference between a cold and the flu? It can be hard to tell the difference between the common cold and flu. These two illnesses have similar symptoms and are both respiratory viral infections. However, they are caused by very different viruses. What? A diagnosed cold caused specifically by a cold virus cannot morph into the flu. That's not true. What's more, flu symptoms tend to be worse than cold symptoms, and they come on suddenly. With the flu, you can expect to be faced with a fever, chills, and aching muscles and joints. Colds, on the other hand, are usually associated with a sore throat and runny nose. But up here, let's see. Oh, come on, stay still. Burning sensation in the throat. Symptoms. Okay, I guess that was the flu with the chest aches, right? Sneezing, runny nose. These mark symptoms millions of people get in the United States and adults, kids. Yeah, okay, that was the flu. That was the flu about the chest aches, right? Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's keep going. Doop, 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 doop. Okay. A diagnosed cold caused specifically by a cold virus cannot morph into the flu. What's more, now pay attention, right? When you have the flu, you're going to cough, you're going to sneeze. When you have the flu, you're going to cough up phlegm. That's that mucus. When you have the cold, you're going to cough, you're going to sneeze. You're going to cough up that phlegm. That's that mucus. So, not only is the flu virus also incorporated with the common cold, pay attention now. Pay attention. The flu virus is just a more severe version of the common cold. That's all it is. Because it already has the common cold mixed into it. You understand? If there is no common cold within the flu virus, then you're not supposed to be coughing or coughing up no type of phlegm or sneezing. You're not supposed to have the runny nose. You're not supposed to have the sore throat. None of that. Okay? So they're not a part of a different family of diseases. They're a part of the same family. And all of that falls underneath what they call the human coronavirus. All right, we can get out of this now. Now let's go back to the CDC site. All right, we're gonna go back to the CDC site. One sec. Hold on, let me do something real quick because it's saying that I have someone in here with me, and I do not have anyone in here with me. I'm not even doing a live. This is private, right? So why is there someone on my panel, which is what is showing here? I don't know. Uh, when you're shadow banned. Okay, let's get into it. Let's go back to the CDC page. Just the CDC page, right? Influenza virus. What is the difference between the? Let's click on the influenza virus. Well, let's read this first. A little bit of this first. Influenza, flu, and COVID-19 are both contagious respiratory illnesses, just like the common cold. But they are caused by different viruses. Really? If COVID-19 and the flu is caused, anyway, COVID-19 is caused by infection with a new coronavirus called SARS-CoV-2. And flu is caused by infection with influenza viruses. There are some key differences between flu and COVID-19. Seems to spread more easily than flu and cause this